when you want the truth, and when you want the facts, you better watch No Filter, because I got your back. Ain't no ducking, ain't no dodging, ain't no scheming, ain't no hiding, cause I got that work. You wanna get this work? You wanna get this work? You about to get this work? Hey.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to No Filter News and Talk, and it's your girl Ingrid. Welcome back. I want to say a shout out to all my subs. Hey, how you guys doing? Shout out to Pam's channel. Shout out to Star Wolf Entertainment. Shout out to everybody that showed me love. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Now, I want to jump into this David Gross whole thingy because Dave is in the hot seat right now. Okay, because everybody's talking about Dave. Now, I first heard about Dave when Nipsey passed. I got a friend of mine who actually follows Nipsey Hussle, and she gave me that information. But I didn't do anything with it. I sat on it, left it. Only thing I did was looked at his Instagram and just went on about my business. But now that Dave is in the hot seat, let's talk about it. But anyway, now I guess the two formed a friendship after meeting at a Los Angeles Lakers game, and they both had ideas. They both wanted to do things for the community, and they just came together. I think Vector 90 is Dave's baby, and Marathon Store is Nipsey baby. So they just kind of put both of their ideas together and begin to do things for and about the community. Now, Nipsey said earlier this year, and he kept saying it. He said it earlier this year in several interviews. He said, "We just purchased the building. We just purchased the building. Black Sam and I, few investors." He said, "We just purchased the building." Right? Right. Now, I understood why. Of course, he didn't just flat out and pay cash for it. You need investors. I mean, $2.5 million, that's a lot of money. And you're probably going to have the IRS on your tail if you don't, if you can't account for where that money came from. So I get it. I understand why you get investors and everything. But why wasn't him or Sam name on any of the documents? I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that. Now, I know Dave, he looks like a clean-cut guy, and I don't know him, but I'm just saying, looking at his Instagram, he looks very clean-cut, like he's about his business. But why Nipsey or Sam name isn't on the deed? Or maybe it is. Maybe it is on the deed. But the information that I pulled up, no, it's not on there. And at first I was thinking, well, maybe because, they just didn't want their name on it. But then I was like, well, wait a minute. Their name is on the Marathon clothing store. Their name is on documents. So their name could possibly, could have been on this whole strip mall. The actual building. How come their name wasn't on there? Because clearly in January, this picture, Dave had this picture, and they were signing something. Okay? Now, this picture was taken January 21st, 2019. And in the picture, he did say, "I closed on about 5 properties in this pic." That's what David Gross posted. Okay? But looking at some information, now we see in the picture, they're toasting, they're cheering. Okay? Got you. Got you. But pulling up some information, that the Crenshaw and Slauson Plaza, where the Marathon clothing store sits in, that plaza was purchased January the 17th of 2019. So I'm thinking, were they toasting because they purchased this building for $2.5 million? Okay, I mean $2.5 million, and it's got all the information right here. And then when you click on owner, it says Slauson and Crenshaw Ventures LLC, and then you can click on it and see who's behind it. Who's behind that LLC? I know, I'm sure you all know. Anyway, it's Mr. David Gross. He's behind. That's his LLC. It comes up in his name. Okay, California, David Gross, January the 29th. Okay, but it says it was complete January 29th. Registration was 11/02/2018. Okay, Nipsey name is nowhere on any of these documents. Nowhere. Now, it does have David Gross as an owner, and it also has another owner, which is a firm out of New York. I'm sorry if I keep pausing. It's 4 in the morning. I'm just trying to get this video out here. But yeah, it have a whole nother person, a whole nother company name on it. And I guess because, investors, but Nipsey or Sam name is nowhere on here. And they were so proud that they purchased this building, and they kept saying that. I watched a lot of videos where they kept saying that we just purchased the building, but why their name is not on the documents? And did he present fake documents to them? I know they had to be way smarter than this. I am praying, and I am telling the truth. I'm praying that there's other documents with their name on it that's just not public. It got right here, owner information, and Nipsey Hussle's name is not on here, or Sam's. And they put up this money. And one thing about it, Nipsey never says like he carries Sam. Sam had money himself. And they always like put up money together. If you listen to the interviews, I always heard that. He was like, we put money up, my brother put his money up, and they purchased the building, is what they thought. So I hope Dave didn't do anything shady. I'm not accusing him because I actually don't know. Just like on my first video when I did about Big U. You can't accuse him when you don't know. But later on, when I found out that he was vouching for Carrie and Carrie lied, see, now we got to look at you. But that's neither here nor there. This situation right here is just, this is heartbreaking. It really is. Their name is nowhere on the documents. Their name is on the Marathon store, but not on the documents as of right now on this strip mall. I'm just saying. I don't see it. Now, I'm thinking Sam must be feeling some type of way, because y'all remember when Sam filed, he filed several trademarks after that whole Marathon Continue thing. Well, he went out and filed 12 extra trademarks. Okay, 12 extra. So around the time when he filed the Marathon Continue trademark, I think he filed like maybe it was probably like 4 or 5 at that time. Well, he had filed since then 12 more on top of that. So maybe he's feeling some type of way about their name. Not only that, he trademarked his own name, Samuel Ashkadam, and Black Sam. And I don't blame him, because people are stealing from them. He probably feel like people are trying to really get rich off of the death of his brother. And that's a slap in the face. Now, this company is listed as a secure party on the financial statement. Okay, now it's got the Slauson and Crenshaw's as the organization name, and that spot goes into number one. Number two, as number two debtor, there is no name. So I understand why people don't want, that's why it's an LLC, because that's a limited liability company, and if anything was to go wrong, they wouldn't take full responsibility. I understand why they did that, okay, but I don't understand why Nipsey name is not on the Slauson and Crenshaw venture. His name is nowhere listed on there, and I have a problem with that. So I don't know. I'm not sure if it's shady business or maybe we just don't have all the information. But I'm thinking it's kind of crazy the way that people are moving now. A lot of people are saying things about David Gross. I don't know him. I don't understand. Like I said, I'm not going to attack just yet. I like get a little more information. But I do know that he has a lot of businesses. This guy hands are in a lot of different pots. Okay, he have a lot of different businesses, and by all means make your money. But you know, I don't know. I just hope he is a straight up guy and a straight up, you know, real estate agent who handles his business and not just one of those shady ones that be trying to defraud the people. Now, I did read an article, big shout out to Star Wolf Entertainment, and it was an article for LA Times, and basically they were putting pressure on him about doing something, basically cleaning up that strip mall. You know, they were saying that it's a hub for gang activity. They don't like it. They're getting a lot of complaints and a lot of stuff go on. And they were really pissed and they're forcing him to clean it up or probably going to kick him out. Okay. So they were saying put some lights out there and get security. That's basically it. And this is not the first time that they're actually going after property owners to clean up their property, to try to get rid of the gang activity. This is not the first time. Actually, there's an article in the LA Times and it says prosecutors sue. They actually sued owners of a South LA property, calling it a dangerous hazard because of gang crime. So they want property owners to try to take the necessary steps to basically clean up your area and get rid of the gang activity. And I don't think nothing is wrong with that. So they also they told Mr. Gross to put some lights out there and to hire security. So I understand that. But they acknowledge him as being one of the owners. They didn't say Sam, they said David Gross. Now, Forbes written an article on Nipsey Hussle, and they read several, but this one right here was written on February the 20th, 2019. And I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the article is titled Inside Nipsey Hussle's Blueprint to Become a Real Estate Mogul. And I'm just going to read you a little bit. It says, before we were renting here, I was hustling in this parking lot, says Nipsey, 33, born Ermias Ashkodom. It's just always been a hub for local entrepreneurs. Change is coming to Crenshaw. And Nipsey is aiming to be on its bleeding edge. This month, Nipsey and business partner David Gross swooped in to pay a couple million for the plaza. Within 18 months or so, they'll knock everything down and rebuild it as a 6-story residential building atop of a commercial plaza where a revamped Marathon store will be the anchor tenant. In the meantime, a light rail line is rising to link Crenshaw, which crucially qualifies as a tax advantage opportunity zone, to Los Angeles International Airport and other key nodes Southern California. The plaza will be amongst the first to benefit. The plaza will be amongst the first to benefit. There's a brand new train station under construction just steps away. And that's letting us know right there that that place is an absolute gold mine. That's a gold mine. And the original owners were being pressured. They said it. They said they were pressured to kick them out. And they was wondering why. We paid our bills on time. We did this. We did that. You know, we paid all the time on time. We're bringing in money. Why? But they were pressured by the Los Angeles Police Department and others to kick them out. So they just said, well, you know what? Why don't we just sell the building to y'all? And sold them the building. And that was good because Nipsey and them had first dibs on that building. They probably never published it, never said that it was for sale, none of that. They sold it to them first. And shout out to Tariq Reviews for bringing this information to me about the Nipsey hustle tied to Las Vegas Hard Rock / Virgin hotel, and they're saying that that's a big overstatement. So I want to know who first came out with that information. Like, how was it put to the public? Because we know that the media can sometimes run off with different things, and people's like, oh yeah, this Nipsey Hussle was part owner. Yeah, Nipsey Hussle, he was about to open up a casino, and yeah, those type of things. I want to know who first put that information out there, and how did Dave Gross put that information out there? Because it's a lie. It's not a lie. It's not a lie. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the full truth. Just put it like that. Because he was under basically an umbrella with Dave Gross. So that's kind of crazy. But I keep saying and I hate it. But they said Hustle, I'm just going to read you a little bit. It said Hustle was an investor in Dave Gross' firm, which made an investment in another fund, which made an investment in JC Hospitality, Bosworth said. They are 3 steps removed from being a partner in the property. So, yeah. So it's the truth, but it's just not the full truth. It's just not the full truth. But, yeah, they came out with this information after he passed. Why they didn't come out with this information while he was live so he can, speak up about it. Clearly, they knew this information. So that's one of them things to make you go, were they in on it too? Were they in on the situation? Because why not shut it down right at the gate? Why not shut it down? Y'all waited till this man passed to put out this article. And one of the callers on the Kev Give show, he made a very valid point by saying this. And shout out to Success Ladies, something like that. I'm not sure. But she brought that information about the ownership of the strip mall. Nipsey's name is not on Dave Gross LLC. I hope you guys was able to follow me with this. And if you need more, I'll break it down to you in another video. But yeah, that's just kind of a slap in the face. But like I said, we can't call him shady, shysty, greedy. We can't do all this. And just because people cross paths with Nipsey, that don't mean that they hated him. We got to wait till the information continue to unfold. That's what we have to do. And when it start unfolding and we have absolute proof that this man tried to defraud him, then that's when we could go in. And only person who would know this is Sam. Sam would know this. And I wish he'd do an interview. I wish he can do it. I wish he'd do an interview and just tell it. Tell it. Tell it. Put them on blast and tell the information. But people probably not going to do that because the family probably still stay there and they just don't want no problems and don't want to experience another loss. But wow. So make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And that's my time. Peace. And leave your comments below. Tell me what y'all think. Tell me what y'all think about this information here. And about Sam filing all those LLCs, this information with this Las Vegas hotel, all that. Just make sure you let me know. That's my time. Peace.